Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Welcome to my 2733rd edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. A special edition for my Twitter fans, my X fans out there, my X community, if you will. This evening, they've requested that I look at some markets. They wanted me to look at Nasdaq, E-mini S&P, gold, Japanese yen, and Bitcoin. So for my Twitter community, this video will feature those. I also released a video over the weekend about Tesla and other EV car companies. I want you to recognize that we're usually day traders and what we look at is for gearing the next day. However, the Tesla information I gave you is geared for the next weeks and months ahead. In other words, we've had 3 sets of targets so far. The first set of targets was 212, 200, 192. Took several months to get there from January all the way till now. Well, I shouldn't say that. Took a little time to get there. Then we added secondary 3 more targets, and it took from January to hit 5 out of my 6 targets. It just got there on Friday. So we still have a 6th target, 151. None of this happened right away, but every one of these red arrows shows you one of the targets being hit. We put out the targets up here. Target 1 hit, target 2 hit, target 3 hit. This is a daily, right? It takes a long time. Then it runs up, target 4 hit, target 5 hit. We expect target 6, which is much lower down here, to get hit eventually. So keep that in mind about Tesla. Now let's move back to the video that's got the information about Nasdaq, E-mini S&P, gold, Japanese yen, and Bitcoin for my Twitter community. So remember that futures trading, stock trading, Bitcoin trading, crypto trading, or anything like currencies, you name it, if you trade it, if it's options, it's risky. So make sure you put your protective stops in first. One of the first questions was, Nasdaq, Oscar, what do you think? Well, look at what Nasdaq looks like. Nice long-term channel. Goes all the way back lower than I could show it to you where it begins. Keeps it in check. Top and bottom all the way. Keeps it in check. Then it starts to fail a little bit by not getting to the top. Hits the bottom. Doesn't go up very far. And look at the breach. On top of that, you've got a breach of the average, which is rare. And we've got a red OMNI. So my information for trading on Tuesday in Nasdaq is sell the rallies. For my Twitter fan that would like to know about Nasdaq, next question was, Oscar, what do you think of E-mini S&P? E-mini S&P, gold, let's go back to E-mini S&P first, and we'll get our chance to see gold. E-mini S&P looks basically the same. Look at how long you held this average and the bottom of the channel. And that is different, right? One of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. So with a red OMNI and looking at this, I don't like that picture at all. We will be selling rallies in E-mini S&P. I hope that helps you. Asking the question from Twitter about the E-mini S&P for trading on Tuesday. Join me in my free live trading room at livewithoscar.com. You could be in this live trading room right here with me. In fact, while I'm filming this video for you, you can see me in the camera. I'm waving hello. So anytime you want to join me, just go to livewithoscar.com. No credit cards are required. And you can join my live trading room and speak to me there. Anyway, E-mini S&P looks very much like Nasdaq, which is something that you'd rather be selling rallies to at this moment than buying. Now, we are day traders. That could change rapidly, but we're going to start off trading the red OMNI on Tuesday with selling S&P, selling Nasdaq, and we'll see where that takes us. What else was a question? Gold was a question. Oscar, what do you think of gold? And take a look at gold. So, gold, of course, not too long ago, and I mean not too long ago, gold was in a downward channel. right? Stuck in this downward channel. Now, in this instance, the average means nothing, so don't worry about it. Gets out of the red channel and starts this outer green channel. Nice big channel. Okay, well, those big ricochets up and down are now getting tighter. Now look, now we got a nice little tight channel, and we are bullish gold. So you want to buy the dips in gold. The gold can easily see the 2400 level. You know, nothing goes straight up, like nothing goes straight down, but gold can probably get itself to the 2400 level. Keep an eye on that, and then we'll reassess once we get all the way up there. Another question was Japanese yen, and that's an interesting one. Look at this yen chart. You want to know about yen, and people are asking me if we should buy it. Well, when you look at a chart, right off the bat, simple analysis 101, when you look at a chart that starts at the top left of your screen and works its way diagonally down to the bottom right of your screen, obviously we're in a bear market, right? We sell bear market rallies when we see them. When we're in a bear market, we're supposed to sell the rallies. All right, so this is a weekly, not a daily, so every one of these green bars is a full week's worth of yen trading. So we see that it's in a bear market, obviously, with the red lines pointing downward. What I don't like is this. Knock, knock, knock. The yen is knocking on this door, this blue line. It's knocking on the door right here, right? Knock. Knock. Now a more frequent knock. And what I've learned in my 43 years is if you keep knocking on a door in this industry, the door usually opens. Eventually, the door will open. So you're knocking on this door. Why would that door open? It's kind of simple. There's got to be a million plus, no real number. There's got to be zillions of stops below that triple bottom test. There's got to be zillions of stops there, and eventually they're going to be taken out. When you start getting that knock, knock, knock going on, the stops are building below it. Eventually, those stops will be taken out. So the likelihood is you will end up through the bottom of this area in the yen, even if it rallies. Why? If it rallies, where's it going? Here? Where it stops all the time? You're better off thinking it'll break down there eventually. My opinion on the yen. I hope that helps for you on Twitter. Then we've got this one, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. So we love Bitcoin, as you know. I've got an 85,000 projection. People thought I was crazy when I put this projection out. We were, I don't know, way eons, so many eons lower that I looked like a crazy scientist. Well, look at where we are now, kids. It's in the 70s. We just traded up to 73, near 74. It'll get to 85 long before my projection gets us there. Now, it's the second projection I've ever made in Bitcoin's life. First projection I made, it was at 3,000. We projected 35,000, and it literally ran up to 35,000 on the anniversary of my projection date and hit that spot. Well, here we are. The latest projection has been out for quite some time, and we are working our way to that projection. Now let's talk short term. Short term, like everything else that was in this video except for Tesla, short term, you've got this. Bitcoin and Wall Street are riding this wonderful average. They love it, and it becomes a signal when it hits the average in a certain way. And when it got up here, we went on the sidelines when we got below that average. And I told you I will let you know when we get the next signal. Sidelines, bingo. The next signal is in. We are back to buying dips in Bitcoin. Of course, we never do anything. Remember, I've told you this in the beginning of this video and every video I've ever filmed. We never put on any positions without putting in our protective stops first. But we are certainly buyers of dips, decent dips in Bitcoin, as opposed to selling the rallies in Nasdaq and E-mini S&P. Traders, I hope that helped. My community on Twitter, I hope that helped you very much. Please let me know if you find any other markets you'd like me to analyze for you. Make sure you come on down to livewithoscar.com. It's absolutely free. Be sure to sign up. And then like, share, and promote these videos for me on YouTube and all over the internet if you don't mind. That would help the algorithms, and it would allow me to help more people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love you guys. Really appreciate this. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate all the support you've given me over the years. And I will continue to give you these videos. Make sure you hit the like button. I'll see you later, kids.